Hey guys, welcome back to the Couch Coaches podcast. Today we're missing Ben Meyer.
Aw.
Darn. Over here to my right, that's Slurp. And the guy to his right, that's Jaron. So, boys,
So,
congrats to UConn of getting runners-up in national championship.
I thought that Hurley was going to break his glasses. I really did. Just like Frank. There was one play in the second half where Hurley turns around to the bench and took his glasses off from his lens, and I'm like, how the hell do those not snap in half? I really thought he was either going to get ejected or he was going to snap his glasses in half.
His optometrist has got to know what's going on.
Congratulations to Slurp's team.
Yeah,
He
his
rode with them.
his
all
favorite
through the
team.
tournament. Favorite team.
Yep. Best way to win money.
I'll be honest, I would be remiss if I did not say that I bet on them as well to win the national championship, but I did not bet on them every single week.
I did.
I think it's a scumbag move.
I did 5 weeks.
You're a
That's
traitor.
what I did.
You're a traitor.
Not a trader
You're
at
a
all.
traitor. You have no morals.
Not a
I
trader at
called
all.
you out the other night for putting money on Michigan,
Yeah.
and then I say, "Oh, I bet you're probably betting the Brewers too," and you're like, "Nah, fuck the Brewers." I put my phone down.
I did that on purpose. I knew it was going to get your gears going.
I put my phone down and went to bed pissed off. Irate. I was like, "Well, at least he has some kind of standard."
Dude,
Okay.
so
It's very fucking low, but
the Ohio State and Michigan rivalry, that is football. That is no other sport. Like, I know a lot of people, Ohio State and Michigan fans, that bet on the opposing team. I don't know a ton of Michigan fans, but there's at least 3 to 5 on the top of my head that tell me that, like, yeah, I bet on Ohio State in football all the time because they're really good at football.
Mm-hmm.
Did they bet on to win the Natty?
That I have no clue.
I doubt it.
But Ohio State and Michigan is not a rivalry in basketball.
It's a rivalry.
It's a rivalry in all sports.
No,
It's
it's
a
not.
rivalry in my life.
Absolutely
Not
is.
like, well, it's a rivalry in our eyes because all of us here are Buckeye fans. But
I mean,
that's
but,
the greatest rivalry in sports for football. The rivalry in basketball for the Big Ten is Michigan and Michigan State.
well, you just said that it made no sense. It's the biggest
What?
rivalry in sports
For football.
Football,
For football.
but like biggest rivalry in sports means across.
Yeah, in every sport, like a football.
I don't think you're getting what he's saying.
I don't think he understands what he's saying.
No, I understand what he's saying.
I don't know. I didn't. I can't. really
There's
cheer
no
for Michigan.
other rivalry, college basketball, NFL.
I can really cheer
love-
for Michigan. I just don't like them. So that's just where I stand. And I also,
I just thought it was free because they were the clear number 1 team.
I mean, very free. And when Duke got knocked off, it was kind of like, okay, yeah, they're
That
probably,
was my eyes the biggest team in their way.
yeah.
Was Duke, but then they
I
got
also
banged
thought-
up at the end of the year. And Michigan, they stayed healthy all the way up until March Madness started.
I also thought, you know, Arizona. I thought Arizona was going to give Michigan more of a run for the money.
Oh, I think we all did. Like, that was the one game that I'm like, I'm staying away from the spread. I'm staying away from the under.
Yeah.
Because with 2 number 1s that's facing up against each other in the Final Four. And like I said all year, Arizona was statistically the most consistent team in
Yeah.
all of college basketball.
100%. But like, and then Michigan beat the brakes off them. Give them by like, what, like 17 or something?
That was also, was looking at that game, that was the best that they shot from the 3 all year. They ended as a team, I think it was like 45% from 3, and everyone is making shots on Michigan.
Bryce didn't get enough playing time for Arizona.
That's what it was. Yeah.
You know, I completely forgot he was even on the team until I seen
Somebody-
the interviews and pregame.
First one in the James family to make it to the Final Four.
That is true. That's kind of a wild stat, dude.
Yeah.
He might be the best, James.
You know, I actually think that Bryce is going to be better than Bronny.
Oh,
He's gonna have the
His size
tallness.
there. Bron-
his size is
starter now that the Lakers had a couple injuries.
A couple. I'm fucking missing half their starting lineup.
They have Luca and Reeves out, so then Bron's getting the start.
Isn't that kind of weird? Yeah, just tighten that guy. Isn't that kind of weird? The 2 white guys are out in the playoff push.
yeah.
Yeah, then their chances go down.
AR-15 though, he's so fun to watch.
Dude, I saw a thing the other day, sticking in the NBA real quick. I saw a thing the other day that said, they were talking about Cooper Flag. And, like, coming into the year, dude, I didn't think that, like, I bet on Cooper Flag a couple times, like, get points. And he let me down, so I was like, this guy's just going to be, like, maybe not a bust, but he's not going to be the superstar everybody thought he was going to be. This guy's been putting up numbers.
Mm-hmm.
He had, like, a 40-point game. Like, he's had a couple 40-point games, I think. And, Jaren's watching the Reds, by the way.
I'm gonna be very distracted. When I do
So,
another hit to go down.
I saw a thing that said one of his teammates, I don't know, I can't remember who it was. He said it's pledge allegiance to the flag, and I was like, wow, that's hard. That's fucking tough. A little cringy, but still kind of tough. I was like, that's kind of neat. Like they're round, and there's a lot of people like this guy's putting up numbers at 18, 19 years old that LeBron did. It's like, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good
And
on the
he's white.
good on the
never
whites.
See a white dude like that.
Good on the whites.
Him Knipple, like holy shit.
There's guys out there like, dude, we haven't had a white guy that's been doing this in a long time. They're like saying Larry Bird,
Especially Khan. That was a dude I was like, oh, he's gonna be second round,
Jay Will.
undrafted. Like he'll be in the league. He'll be like a role player or something. No, he was a first round pick just immediately. Like, oh, this guy's actually good at basketball. It wasn't just that he went to Duke.
Jay Will. He was. I mean, he came out pretty good.
White chocolate.
White chocolate. He was pretty good.
Or the white mamba.
The white mom. Yeah. Jay Will had a lot of. He was good at passing. He was
Dude, his
very-
flashy passes, like
his passing was so good.
The one where he put it behind the back and hit it back with his elbow.
Yeah,
oh,
that
I know
was
exactly
insane.
what
It was insane. We had Easter at my in-laws' house over the weekend, and like I was like hitting shots on their little kiddie basketball hoop, and I was like, hey Josh, who's this guy? And I like hit like a fadeaway, and he'd be like, dude, I don't know, and I'm like, okay,
you're talking
that'd be cool.
Can't forget about the best white guy, Brian Scalabrine.
about. That's what I was talking about. The white mamba.
White mom.
I just seen some reel of him on Instagram.
Did you? I haven't.
Yeah, he
seen
was-
anything on there in a
They
while.
won the Natty, the Natty. Holy shit! They won the NBA
Nice.
Finals. I think it was with the Celtics.
Okay.
They were interviewing after the game, and he was like, "So how does it feel to win the finals?" And like I think they said something along the lines of, "But not being able to play a whole lot." And he's like, "Well, in about 10 years, I'll tell them that I won the NBA Finals and I started. I'll tell my kids that I won the NBA Finals and I started. In about 20, I'll tell them I beat LeBron in the finals and I started. In about 30 years, I'll tell them that I won the MVP in the finals. So yeah, I really don't care. I still have a ring and you guys are doing nothing." I'm like,
That guy was stoned.
And I so I saw. I don't know if anybody else watches that watches us, but Bob Does Sports did a golfing video of LeBron James, and it was actually like pretty fucking cool. And it's like, do you know who Bob Does Sports is?
You've talked about it a lot, but I haven't.
So
I've had it pop up. I didn't
I know who
notice.
they are, but I don't really follow them.
So, like, big YouTube golfers, like probably the most entertaining YouTube golf group for sure. Like they absolutely are. They're hilarious. And then LeBron James started following Bob
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Burger, and they like LeBron hit him up. They flew out to L.A., which is where Robbie got his start with Bob Does Sports, him and Joey. So they flew out there. I guess the jet was with him too. They flew out there and 18-hole or no, just 9-hole round with them, just playing best ball or not even best ball. I think they just play their own balls, and LeBron was just like going through like players he's played with, and he's like, now I'm playing with fucking those dudes' kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like he was like talking, like he was just bullshitting. Like he's just part of one of the boys, and I haven't liked LeBron James in a long time.
Oh, we know that.
But it is kind of hard for me to not root for the guy now. Just like seeing him out there, just being the guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wow, this guy kind of cool.
Too bad Ben's not here. He has wet dreams about LeBron for some reason.
I don't know why. You know, he's a great
I was
player,
a fan of LeBron
phenomenal player.
on the Cavs, but like whenever he moved out to LA and just
Yeah,
some of the stuff that he's in the news for.
yeah. When he got political, it was like, okay, buddy, like you're a fucking
And
basketball
everybody
player.
kind of like fed up with. He's still like
Yeah.
everybody around.
Yeah, like at least like when Michael Jordan was in the news, it was for gambling or doing cocaine.
Huh?
So at least when Michael Jordan was in the news, it was for gambling or doing cocaine.
I think that's why a lot of people hate on LeBron because he's never done anything wrong. He's never had a scandal. He's never
That is
got
so
into
true.
trouble.
That is so true. I
It's
think
like,
that is like why a
look
lot of
into
people probably
Kobe,
hate him.
Like there was a big thing out there that like
Oh,
he was
it's
cheating on his wife and
Yeah,
shit.
the sexual assault
Or like
charges.
he never like just look at John Morant, gun charges and stuff,
Mhm.
and like
Are we gonna get into Kobe's helicopter
Oh.
pilot?
that was
We're just gonna pass it.
that was probably one of his biggest scandals.
I always just saw like somebody was like, "Oh, you think Kobe's pilot just woke up one day and forgot to fly a plane?" Fly a copter.
Oh man.
I was talking to my brother
R.I.P.
about that because for those of you that don't know, my brother's in the army for he's in a Apache pilot,
Apache.
pilot. Yeah, sorry, he's an Apache pilot in the army, and he was telling me when they got to flight school and stuff that like they actually talked about that before they went out and like actually flew. The whole thing that happened there was like he said it was something about the clouds, how like you need to
Yeah.
be like below the clouds or whatever, or opposite. I don't know which one it was. And they were trying to go through the clouds. And that was how they ran into like the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
And it's like, but he said, you've flew helicopters for
So
how long? And like just
what I
don't know.
saw is like their little monitoring system or whatever like shows like how close you are like to terrain and stuff. I guess like
terrain.
yeah, like that thing.
Terrain.
I guess like it wasn't working the best. So so like they were like, well, I guess that was part of the reason as well. But yeah, they were flying through the clouds. Like it was so foggy from the ground to above the clouds that it just was like a big ass cloud.
Mm-hmm.
But they were, yeah, like your brother said, they're practically just flying through a cloud, and it was too late by the time they got to the mountain.
But still, like that's a private helicopter. Like he's had that for
He's been.
how long? And
Yeah.
I would assume it's always been the same pilot. I would assume.
I would think so, but like, and that pilot, I guess, has been flying for 30 years. Like, how as a pilot who's probably flown that route, what fucking
Mm-hmm.
100 times, 150 times, because it was from his house to the fucking to the basketball camp for
For his daughter.
his
right?
daughter. Yeah. So how like that same route you fly
Yep.
probably every day or a couple times a week. How do you not know? Oh yeah, there's Mount Dickhead right there. Like, let me just go over that.
It's all bullshit. That shit was intentional. Kobe was in the middle of a lawsuit. He was
It was in a lawsuit at that time.
yeah.
For
he was
what?
testifying against his pre-workout for having methamphetamines in it. And he was suing, or I don't know if he was speaking to the court. So they took him.
What's the pre-workout?
I don't know.
Look into that.
Sponsor. What are they gonna do to us?
I'm looking to get on it. What?
And that shit was intentional.
Oh, I can see it. A lot of people like Kobe. There's no, like, I mean, fans like Kobe, but people that are around Kobe,
That's because he didn't put up with bullshit.
exactly. That's exactly why.
He could not be controlled.
No, he couldn't. I love
Speaking
him,
of
though.
Kobe, I remember the one year in the ESPYs, he went up on stage with Peyton Manning, and then there was some other chick that played for USA for the World Cup.
Is
it
it
was-
Megan
It was like the
Dyke?
the Dyke. Well,
Make-
Rapinoe?
Megan Rapinoe.
it might be her.
Just
So they were like,
insufferable human.
so Kobe was
Worst
like,
person ever.
yeah, here's Peyton, his last year. He goes out and gets a Super Bowl, in Rapinoe or whatever. It's her last year. And she goes, I don't know what her name is. I don't know how to.
I don't know. He just said it up.
Rapinoe?
Rapino.
Rapinoe, yeah. She goes out and gets a ring. In my last game, I decided to drop 60. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah. God, I miss Kobe. I really did. It was hilarious to watch. And who's that? What's that commercial that he did? He did a commercial with God damn, I can't think of this guy's name. Anyway, they're at like a restaurant, and he's like, the guy comes and goes, "Hey, Kobe." Jalen Rose, yes. And he's like, "Hey, Jalen, what's up?" And waiter comes up and goes, "Hey, Mr. Bryan, need another martini?" He goes, "Yeah." "How many olives you want this time?" He goes, 72.
He said 81, but
Was it 81? I thought he said, it was 70. Whatever. 81. And he just stares at Jalen Rose. And the waiter goes, you really want 81? He goes, "Nah, I'm just kidding. This is a joke for this guy." That's so great. Oh, it was a phenomenal commercial. Speaking of commercials, did you guys see that Jeremiah Smith commercial that he did? It was like the old sport,
I
like
did
looked like the
not.
old Sports Center.
I
Oh,
don't think I've seen it.
I don't even know where my phone's at. I thought I sent it to you guys. I'll have to look into that. But basically, it was like the old Sports Center ones, where they're like throwing the football and shit in the office,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like doing dumb shit like that. Jeremiah Smith did that for a company that he's
Sponsored by.
and it was actually hilarious. A guy walked in like a gold and blue tie, and he's like, "Hey, Mr. Smith, like, I got these shoes for you or something." And he just looks at him and goes,
Oh, that's awesome.
and then the guy's like, "What did I do?" And the other guy's like, "Your tie, bro." He's like, "You got," and
You gotta change it.
Jeremiah Smith pulls out things of scissors and he starts clapping them together to cut them, and like cuts the tie. It was
That's good.
awesome.
That's good.
It was hilarious. I'll have to send it to you guys again. It was funny. I'll probably send it to Ben on TikTok. Which one am I gonna send it to you on TikTok? Send you and Ben the same sports
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't know.
I don't know.
all right,
cares?
let's get back on track. But before I do that, I just wanted to say, you'll never catch me rooting for a rival.
Ever.
I'd root for the Iranians right now if they lined up against Michigan the other night.
Yeah, it's so true.
Like the only time I'm rooting for a rival is
But they're
when
playing
I
like
help my
a.
team in the standings.
That is
God
true.
forbid
That's
I'm
the only time.
just rooting for my bet.
You're a stud.
What'd
Ended
you
up
bet
on
on?
top.
How much money did you win off that anyway?
175.
That's not worth it.
I mean, it wasn't that impressive of a bet, though. I mean, you bet the favorite the whole time.
They were not the favorite.
Yeah, they were. You can't
No,
just
they're not the
say
favorite.
They were
one,
not.
man.
I bet him one
Arizona,
time.
Arizona, and
Yeah, but you-
I
Arizona
bet
and
him
Duke.
one time as the favorite.
You guys were all talking the whole time, like, yeah, Michigan was the obvious choice and everything. It's like,
Yeah,
I
in
mean,
my eyes.
Because
I thought they were
I'm
the
not gonna
best
lie, I
team.
chose him. I chose him.
fuck that. I'm never doing that.
I mean, I didn't want to, but like, I was just going off numbers and speaking logically. Honestly, I mean, but I also
Duke
took.
was a heavy favorites the whole time.
Than Arizona was for a little bit. Arizona and Duke were flip flopping in the regular season, especially after Duke knocked off Michigan.
The
But
one time after the first round, I think that Florida was even up there because Florida steamrolled their first opponent. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, then they got smacked in the mouth. By
Yes, they
Illinois.
did. Yes,
That
they
was
did.
so sad. Because everybody out there was like, "Dude, Florida can do it again. They can go back to back. They can do it." And I was like, "These guys aren't going back to back. They lost so many people last year." I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, they had that fucking 8'2" guy." I was like,
Especially Walter Clayton.
"Yeah,
That dude was a stud,
Stud.
last year.
yeah." I don't know.
I just think it's going to be a forgettable season.
This
Yeah.
does feel like a very
Yeah, I
That's
think
not
so.
On winning a natty without an asterisk or anything on there.
Yeah.
Without a cheating scandal involved.
Or they didn't.
yeah.
The other thing is their whole starting five was all transfers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had the most
Dusty.
expensive. They spent $10 million.
Yeah,
on roster.
Dusty May, he put together a squad intentionally. Like,
And I didn't know until the Natty that Tyrese, whatever, the big guy on UConn, transferred from Michigan. Oh,
no.
Terrace Reed.
okay, yeah,
Yeah, 3 out of the 4 years that he played on a team, that team won the Natty. He just wasn't on that team.
Oh,
that is tough.
That's tough. That's a tough look,
And
dude.
UConn won, and then he goes to UConn, and then his old school wins.
That is
That's tough, man. That's a tough look. That's bad. That's bad. Let's get in a little bit of baseball talk here. Yeah?
Love
hold
this.
on.
Love this time of the year.
Just kidding. 1 second. Big Dog Sweat has won the Couch Coaches Podcast Bracket Challenge. Big Dog Sweat, you need to make yourself known. We have no clue who you are. So let's, figure out who this guy is.
I'd say you give him a time frame. If he doesn't, then you toss the money to the second place winner.
So I was thinking the same thing. You have until
We're 2 weeks.
all right, 2 weeks
think
is
that's
2
fair.
weeks is fair enough. 2 weeks is
Yep.
fair enough. We'll do 2 weeks. You have until what's the date tomorrow? The 9th.
Yeah.
14 days from the 9th. Do the math. That's when you need to make yourself known. If not, Jason Kaiser will get the money. Jason Kaiser will be on the podcast.
He's holding Big Dog Sweat hostage right
He's like in his basement. Don't do it. Don't fucking say your name. So that's gonna be who gets it if Big Dog Sweat does not make himself known. Big Dog Sweat also didn't pay me, so there's a good chance that Big Dog Sweat doesn't even get the money, unless I guess I just keep $5 or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know how it'll work. Anyway, it kind of looks like Jason's gonna be getting it, and Jason's gonna be coming on the pod.
I think Jason wants to take $5 off for taking the whole thing.
He should. Also, Jason's gonna be like, dude, why am I not getting like 125? There's like 7 people who didn't pay, so he's getting 85. I'm giving what I put out.
Yep.
I'm giving what I got. I'm putting out. Yeah. So baseball.
One last thing before we move on.
Okay.
Dust May. Do not
Scumbag.
sleep with any interns in the next couple of
I love it.
That's so true.
Don't
That
do
is
it.
so true.
Don't hire any. Don't even look at them.
I did. Honestly, Dusty, if you want an office girl, hire the ugliest chick you can find. Make sure she's like fat, eats fucking McDonald's and Arby's and Burger
Well, who
King every
knows?
day.
After about a year, she might start looking attractive to him because that's who he sees every day.
Have a healthy relationship with your wife and family.
Yes. He looks like that kind of guy, though. He looks like he probably would have a healthy
Are
relationship
you
with
saying
her.
that because he's a little whack?
Oh, he's also really, really small, so he probably has a little man syndrome.
He probably has a little dick, too.
All right. What you guys got to say about baseball? My first thing that I want to start out
It's
with
back.
is the AL division is ass. So bad.
Mhm.
Like all these teams that start out are horrible. I counted it today, before today's game. I didn't take any into account. There's 3 teams over 500.
Holy shit, that
that-
bad.
500.
That's tough.
It's the Yankees, the Guardians, and I can't remember the last one.
So basically, what we're saying is the Yankees are going to probably steamroll themselves into.
I mean, it's still early. There's
Another-
a lot of season left.
Yeah, there's a lot of season left. Yeah.
But
I mean, what we're-
White Sox for not being complete ass this year.
What are we? 10 games in, something like that. 11
So
games.
even the Rockies aren't looking that bad this year.
Now the
Yeah.
AL, there's some dogs in there.
I mean, NL.
I think
Oh, yeah,
that-
the
NL.
NL, my bad.
Yeah,
Got that
honest-
mixed up. The
yeah,
NL, there's some good teams.
I'm
I
just
think I
kidding.
counted 9 above 500 teams.
Nice.
So the NL is going to be a dogfight this year.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what the Reds do. I mean,
Love this time of the year. Yeah, I'm glad
They
it's
are-
back. Nothing but just watching baseball. Then
as of right now, I mean the Reds are on a. I mean they're doing very good in their games.
7 days ago, I went on a rant. In
Yeah,
the
you did.
basement,
Yes, you did.
And I don't want to take all the credit, but
You're gonna take some of it.
I might need to give some more locker room speeches because they have not lost a game
You better knock on some fucking wood.
since I went on that rant. They have not lost a game. They're down 4-2 right now. 2 run after Tuesday night's game. 2 runs don't mean anything to them.
No, that's
I
true.
said the team had no fight. It was the exact same team rolling out. But in this last week,
This is also the same Jaron who was bitching last night about how the Reds have the least amount of runs scored.
they do. It's insane.
It is
They
insane.
just got a positive run differential, and they're 8-3.
mm-hmm.
Two
That is
last
crazy.
games.
That is crazy. But like Jaron's the Reds fan, that is just like,
I'm never happy with him.
no, he's not. He's not. He's never happy with it. In our group chat, he's like,
They can go
we have the least amount of runs. We fucking suck. Like, buddy, we're like 8-2 at the time, or
They can
6-2
be
at
11-0
the time.
right now, and I'm still bitching about something.
Yeah, you would bitch about something. Why does Lodolo have to fucking have blisters? Why don't we give Hunter D a surgery?
Dude, no, I wish you could. It's annoying.
It is
The
annoying. Don't get me
Lodolo
wrong.
blisters,
I'm a
like-
very new fan of this, and it is very annoying. Actually, there's some college softball star was like, if you they were interviewing her, and it was like, if you got 10 pitches from Paul Skeens, how many of those are you hitting out of the park? And she's like, I'm going 10 for 10. And I went to the comment section, and like people are like
10 for 10 on swinging and missing.
people are like saying like some dog shit pitchers' names and stuff. I was like, dude, she'd go 0 for 10 against Lodolo with blisters. Just to rub that one in. I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, Jaren's just
I'm never happy.
he's never happy. He's never satisfied.
Because anytime that I yell at this team and get mad, whoever I yell at usually does something good. Like I was texting Ben yesterday, and I was like, "Man, Nathaniel Lowe really doesn't have anything to offer on this team." He had to go ahead base hit our guy last night.
Yeah.
I think it was what night was it? Friday night or Saturday night? I was like, "Man, Tyler Stevenson freaking stinks. Like,
Hits a
he's
bomb.
shell of himself.
Yeah.
It's a go-ahead home run in the 8th.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was Friday night because we were at Southside watching that. Because that was when him and Ellie went yard in the same game. But
It was like the 5th inning, and I was like, "Man, this dude is terrible."
This guy stinks.
Then hit an insurance run in the 8th inning, and it's every game, no matter what I do, no matter what I say. I'm not a big believer in Ellie, and anytime I diss him, he does something.
Let's just keep bitching. Honestly, like
Which,
you keep bitching.
last
There's
night,
always something to bitch about, though.
I mean, that's any sport, any team.
but baseball's
any
the
baseball
easiest
team.
sport to critique.
That
It
is
is so
so
easy to
true.
critique
Yeah.
baseball.
Yeah, especially if somebody
There's
has
so
an
many
error.
fundamentals that goes into the game.
Yeah.
But like last night's game, I was really, really happy about that game because I don't want to say I was happy about it. I like how we finished because like 2-0 in the 9th inning, and we're like, okay, this game is over with. Then we find a way to tie it up,
If Sandy
And we-
Alcantara did not get bowled in that game, we lose 2-0.
which I will agree with Jaron on that. Then we get into the 10th. We get 4 insurance runs, and then we get to the bottom of the 10th. We don't allow the guy on second to score.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did.
Yes.
Okay,
It was 6-3.
but it was 6-3. Okay, but still, like our defense has been there this year. We're aggressive on the base path. We're stealing. Like Sal Stewart is stealing. How? Like,
He's white.
yeah, like I just love everything about like our situational hitting has gotten a lot better. It's like a lot of Reds fans argue that Great American, like, oh, we haven't had a power hitter in a long time. Like it's like had Joey Votto. It's like anytime he's able to go yard, it's been a little bit,
Sorry,
but
something just happened.
Yeah, the 2-run home run. We're down 6-2.
Yikes.
but the way our Reds team is built for situational hitting. Just look at the guys that we got: Friedel, Stevenson, Steer,
Yeah.
Sal Stewart, Ellie, Suarez, like Benson.
All
Like you
bums.
keep going on. Like,
all bums.
Like-
They all fucking suck.
it's a situational hitting. It's get them on and get them over and get them in, and it's
I was wondering. I was
You
also
like 4 stutters and just.
also, I didn't say last week's stutter count. I don't remember what it is, but I want to say it was somewhere around like 4. Like it wasn't really.
I know it was very low.
Last week was very low. He did very good. He did really good. Also, Slurp pulls up to my house today, and he's he's driving, and I'm outside. Our dryer broke, so we have to take stuff to my mother-in-law's. He's driving by. He goes, "Hey, I'm horny. Beep beep."
That was funny, and I did not know that Alyssa and the kids were in the car, but yep, they heard me. But
And then Alyssa rolls down the window for Waylon to say hi to him, and Waylon goes, "Hey, get out of here!"
yeah, I was say hi to Waylon. He's like, "Get," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll keep walking." Sorry.
My kid's an asshole.
Beat it.
Also, Waylon had gymnastics tonight, and I was holding Hayes in the car because we were waiting on him. And I had the window down because it's nice outside, Fuck it. And Hayes has half of his body out the window screaming at birds. Just, hey!
You're not real.
Bird! yeah.
You're not
real. Yeah, I don't think birds are real. Do you guys actually think birds are real?
I'm on the birds are not real train.
Okay. Slurp.
I haven't heard this one before. So
You ever heard this conspiracy?
I'm
It started with pigeons.
want to stay.
You've never seen a baby pigeon. I've seen baby sparrows. But there's a big conspiracy going out right now that birds are actually government spies.
And then they sit on the electric poles to charge you.
Yes.
I think I remember seeing that now on TikTok.
I'm on this train.
Hey, doves are pretty good though. That's good eating.
All right, I got some baseball. Joe Adele, the other night, robbed 3 home runs.
That is that.
The Angels
Yes.
won 1-0, and he robbed 3 home runs
Huge.
against the Mariners.
I saw that.
I've never seen a performance like that on defense. Because
Yeah, that guy
robbing
was
a home
cooking.
run, I've witnessed one in my life
He did it 3 times
when I was at
in one game.
I don't know if you guys remember. I know Adrian don't, but Chris Heisey, he was like a utility guy. He robbed a home run in the bottom of the 9th to send us into extras. And Votto hits a walk-off 3-run bomb. Like, witnessing a robbery, a home run robbery in person is one of the best things. And then we also had a walk-off home run to top it off. That's,
Yeah, that'd be a nice one to get to. The first 2, he caught in almost the exact same position. Now the third one, I want to know what you guys think. He jumped and robbed it and fell into the stands. He completely left the
Yeah.
playing field.
then he stood up
Then
with
he
the
stood up,
fans.
showed the ball. I think that should not be a catch.
I agree with you.
Why?
He left the field.
It doesn't
He didn't
matter.
stay on the field.
You don't have to stay on the field. It's the same thing as bending over like the dugout and catching the ball over dugout. If you fall inside, it's still a
Yeah,
catch.
but it went over the home run fence. Fair.
So you're saying that if somebody hits an absolute bomb out of the parking lot, I can just leave the ballpark and go catch it and it's an out?
That is not the same. He fell over the fence.
I mean, I don't know.
It's the same thing at Fenway,
Okay, so
right field.
what if they would have jumped the fence, stood under the ball, and caught it?
I never thought about it like that, but
It's the,
Yeah, it's the same thing that I was saying. Like,
it's
you're on
the
the-
same thing as him jumping over, going over the fence, and standing there.
he didn't jump over it though. Like I know what you're saying, but like I'm
he
just
fell-
trying
he
to get
fell
like
out of it.
Totally left the fair playing field.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's the same thing as catching a foul ball on.
Yeah, but that's foul territory.
Yeah, and like 9 times out of 10, their feet are still planted
Mhm.
doing that. So you're saying like feet, whole body was out.
The whole ball went over the field, and when his feet came down, he was over the fence.
Yeah,
I think that's a home run.
I agree. I think it's a home run.
He caught it. It's a home run, or not
Yeah.
a home
Oof.
run.
Thank you.
Not a.
Yeah.
I think
On the
I
same
don't know.
page.
it's a great point you're bringing up, but
I want Ben to answer that. For
yeah.
what he has to say.
I think you're
Too
looking.
bad he ditches us every time he's out with fucking coworkers.
Yeah, guys just always
Piece
Road
of shit.
Warrior.
Something to think about a lot. Like that's kind of cool, but I don't know.
It's neat.
All right, my next one. There was a full moon inside a dome.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was.
In the Cubs and Rays game.
Yeah.
9th inning. A Cub player hit a ball into foul territory. And a man stood up to try to catch the ball. A very large man.
Just
Not Neil Armstrong.
A very large man.
very large.
He was huge.
He was
He
huge.
did not catch it. And his pants fell down.
His cheeks were out.
I don't think that when he stood up that his pants were covering his ass.
I don't
I
think
don't
so,
think they
dude.
were either.
He
Dude,
fell over.
He must have had some hot butt.
He fell over, rolled over, and
It was all there.
his
It's-
gigantic ass
Yes.
on the floor.
The greatest thing was the announcers afterwards. They paused for a little bit and was like, "Ah, you gotta watch out over there."
Like, the guy wasn't wearing a Rays shirt. He was in a purple shirt. Like, I don't know what who
Dude,
he was rooting for or what he was doing.
brother,
He looked like he was all by himself.
he had to do that on purpose.
That video has popped up on my feed at least a dozen times today. And
Yes.
every time I laugh, it's like the clip of Ben at Great American for opening day. Every time I see that, I laugh harder. That clip is the exact same. I laugh harder every time I see it.
Dude, that was fucking video. Excuse you. He was large, very large. He's a big man.
I
His
mean,
ass was out.
it's tough that it was in the ninth inning too.
He made it all game. All game without showing that flat ass. Dude, I'm not.
Let that ass over. Let that coochie breathe.
His cheeks, bro, were fucking. They were as flat as the back of this mic.
Yeah.
They were. I mean, it was a shelf, bro.
Something else. We all have seen it.
It was flat as a mountain Kobe's fucking helicopter ran into.
I don't know how that. I can't speak right now. I don't know how
I
anybody
can't
hasn't seen
breathe.
it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that, you live under a rock.
That's one of the wildest things I've seen in a baseball field.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I wonder like
Imagine if he had a brown spot. Like,
Dude, imagine like he goes home and his wife's like, "Honey, we need to talk." He's like, "What? Is this you?" Fuck. Yeah.
Imagine if anyone was sitting in his section, because nobody was sitting in the same section he was at. Their facial expressions, if there were people that would have
Imagine
been
someone's
priceless.
behind him as he's going for the ball like that, and they just look over like,
Yeah, like it's been. Oh hell no, I'm out. Like
I think there were some people in front of him, but like
I don't think
I don't know
anybody.
that he was in.
I don't think anybody really saw it.
was that a close game at the time?
I
Like
think it was like 6-2 maybe.
okay, so that's probably why it was kind of empty then.
Yeah.
But no, it was empty because it's the fucking Tampa Bay Rays
But that too.
in the worst ballpark in the MLB. Tropicana Field, just absolute dump.
And why is it a dome in Florida? I don't understand that.
I think it's retractable, isn't it?
No,
No,
it's not retractable.
It's not.
Well, it was retractable last year because the roof got blown off
Yeah.
in a hurricane.
Yeah. Like, why didn't they just leave the roof off?
They've talked about getting a new stadium for a while, but
They won't do
continue to
it.
play. You know how many fans that stadium holds? Take a guess. So the normal MLB is like 45,000. I think Great American Ballpark is about 46. Guess how much Tropicana Field holds?
23.
40? I don't know.
25.
Oh,
What?
man, I was close. Hell
Home
yeah,
opener
bro.
has 25,000 people there.
Jesus.
That's brutal. That
It's a
is
dump.
brutal work.
That is
So,
a dump, dude.
I think it's just. Wait, did you say it was Tampa? It might just be Florida in general, because like,
Miami's got a beautiful ballpark.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's empty.
Yeah.
Nobody
Like,
there.
I think it's just Florida in general, because my neighbor and her son, big Notre Dame fans. They went to the Natty when Ohio State and Notre Dame played, or not the Natty. They went to the semifinals. Like they played Penn State, right?
Notre
yeah.
Dame did, yeah.
Yeah, so they went to the Penn State and Notre Dame game, and that was at Miami at Hard
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah.
And when they got back, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to hear how everything is. I've never heard of anybody I know that's went out to Hard Rock for a game. They come back, they did not have a good thing to say about the stadium.
Yeah,
Like,
I hear Hard
they
Rock's
said the
a dump.
stadium was awful. Just the place in general is Miami in general didn't have a good thing to say, and I'm like, that is not what I was expecting. Like they said the stadium was a dump.
Now, when I've been to Miami several times, my dad used to live down there in Homestead, so like, we used to go to Miami. I've been to Club 11. That was cool. That's a nice club.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, like, on the main strip in downtown Miami, I went to a Cheesecake Warehouse. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, Cheesecake Warehouse.
Cheesecake Factory.
Factory, thank you. Cheesecake Factory. And we got food there.
That's where Baker Mayfield likes to go.
You probably don't know this story.
I probably don't, but
Baker Mayfield a couple years ago got flamed for driving like 45 minutes out of Cleveland to go meet up with like some underage chick at a Cheesecake Factory or
Parking lot.
Oh boy. Yikes.
It was strong for a while.
Oh,
It was,
boy.
and I'm like, dude, it's Cleveland. We finally have a quarterback that's playing decent. But yeah, anyway, you can continue.
But it's fucking the middle of the day, like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, don't ask me why we're eating at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but we were. Walk out of this fucking Cheesecake Factory, fucking, I don't know, 100, 200 feet down the fucking road, drive-by shooting.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like,
good afternoon to you too.
I just got back from Afghanistan, so, like, I'm a little edgy at this point, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck. And my dad's like, oh, yeah, it happens all the time here. And I was like, what? And I'm like, oh, okay.
It's like, so my neighbor, her son was ordering Uber Eats and DoorDash. Like he had to try the both of them when they got back to their hotel. And I think she said
Happened to me last
it
night.
took her son at least a dozen tries because like all the other people, the drivers would go pick up the food but not drop it off. Like, bro, that is fucking dirty. That is dirty work.
That is dirty work. That's terrible.
Yeah, I always thought like the stadium is a Hard Rock.
Yeah.
I don't think it looks very nice.
No.
And like
Even on like TV and
Colin
shit
Cowherd pushes for the Super Bowl to be played in Miami
every year.
He's like, it's international, it's warm, it's like, it's dumb.
That's terrible. Dude, the only good thing about Miami, the food down there, phenomenal. Dude, the fucking, all the Mexican and Cuban food, bro, oh, so great.
Filling up on the panini.
So good, dude. So good.
But
It,
whenever we were going back to
good grease spots down there.
Tampa Bay Rays and like the Marlins not filling their stadiums, like football and hockey have no problem down there filling up stadiums.
No.
That's
Big-
true. That's
Why
Big
did
hockey. Big
Well,
hockey down
they
there.
can't get anybody.
I don't think the Dolphins have ever been very good since we've been alive at packing
Dan
the
Marino
stadium.
played when we were babes, I think.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah.
But I will agree with you about like the hockey. Like hockey, yeah, they
the Buccaneers have been very bad for a
Yeah,
lot
A
of
long time. Yeah.
and then
John
But
Gruden
now-
did really good there. They got to the Super Bowl in
we
that
were
one.
young and don't really
Yeah,
remember that.
2001, right? And then
hell, even when the Dolphins had Tua and Tyreek, and they were actually looking like a Super Bowl caliber team, or somewhat, or
Yeah.
somewhat
made the
of that.
fucking Broncos
They
70-11.
still were
Yeah.
never really able to pack the stadium. I don't think.
Well,
They still got more fans than these baseball games again.
yeah.
I don't
Well,
know what it is down in Florida, but they're the only
Yeah.
ones. Well,
I mean,
I
football
don't
stadium
know
has
if you guys
more
seen
fans, but
the Detroit Tigers were playing in Minnesota the other night.
Minnesota.
Yeah, they had like 17 fans.
I
Dude,
did not. See
I've
that.
seen. I saw.
I did
yeah,
not see
Mi-
that.
the Twins, right? It's Minnesota Twins. Yeah, yeah. They had like 4,000 fans, I think, in
They
the
could
whole
have ran a
ballpark.
promotion with like the first 100 or like $100 to the first 100 people, and they still would have had money left.
Can you imagine that you're on your way out? Hey, take 5 more. It's
Yeah.
like a bobblehead giveaway or something like, oh, hey, take 5 more to bring home.
You gotta get rid of them.
Yeah.
I think in our next week we should rank the MLB ballparks.
Oh, I'm waiting on that.
Like, you're doing like
I'm gonna
all of them,
really
or
do my
just like a
research.
top 5 or top 10 or
Just
something.
top 5.
I'm gonna really do my research, but yeah, I'm in for that.
It won't take
Wayne.
that long.
No.
I could probably do it off my head right now if you want.
Yeah, but you've been a baseball fan your whole
I have
life.
a question. You guys like Fenway Park?
I
I-
like it. It's historic.
Yeah.
I've never been there, obviously.
Well, yeah, I've
but
never been, but I mean, it is historic.
I kind of think it's a dump. Same with Wrigley Field. I've never been to either one of them.
dude, I want to go to Wrigley so bad.
I want to go to both.
Now,
Yeah,
I
me
hate
too.
Cubs fans. Like, I've
Yeah.
been to
Oh, so you're not a fan of them, huh?
no.
Why don't you bet money on them? You might be
Oh.
a fan of them. Then.
Okay. Yeah, like I've been to. It was there's two opponents the Reds played when I've gone to a game that I cannot stand their fan base. That is the Cardinals and
Yeah,
the
Cardinals fans are-
Cubs. Like
Cardinals.
I went there when I was young, and it's just like they never shut up, and they're
Yeah, the
just
Cardinals haven't been
ruthless.
good in a
Like
long
it doesn't
time.
matter if you're 5 years old or 25. Like they'll cuss in your face and fucking be like, "Hey, scoreboard, you guys fucking suck," like shit like that.
And you're like,
Like,
sweet, dude. I'm
yeah.
6.
I've been to a Dodgers game in LA, and it was the most annoying time of my entire life.
I would see that.
But
I'd see
It
that.
was so annoying.
Did they talk like tacos and how LA is just the greatest thing ever?
I can't remember exactly, but there was just like maybe an 8-year-old little girl like down the section from me. She just screamed at a high pitch the entire game.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
real quick.
I don't
I'm
like.
against, I'm against hitting children, but like,
Yeah, there's a couple
Close.
times. Now, if it's my own kids, I'll hit them. But if somebody else's kids, I'm like, God, there's sometimes I just be like, oh, shut your fucking kid up.
Yeah.
I want to say that, but I never do. But I really want to.
Real quick, there was one specific time. I was younger. I can't remember how young I was, but my dad brought me to a Reds Cubs game, and he got free tickets at work. And
tickets.
oh yeah, and we always sat behind the opposing team's dugout. Like it was really cool. We'd always be anywhere from 1 to like 10 rows up or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
And David Ross, longtime Red, was on the Cubs at that time. And like after every half inning, like I'd tell him like, "Oh, I loved you on the Red, and like I wish you were still in Cincinnati and stuff." There was one inning, he looked at me and goes, "Hey, it's for the kid," and tries to toss me a ball. And there was a Cubs fan who had to be middle-aged. He just stands up, he puts his glove in front of mine and catches it, proceeds to dance. And David Ross just gave him the filthiest look. My dad is fuming. He didn't say anything, but like he turns around, he's giving everyone high fives. He tried to give me a high five, and I just stared at him, just sat down. So you fast forward to the next half inning. David Ross, he gets another ball and goes, "Everybody around, this is for that kid there." Points at me and gave me one. I'm like, oh,
What a guy.
that boosted my. Oh,
What a guy.
that was awesome. That was the best time of my life.
What a guy.
Yeah, that's the biggest reason why I hate Cubs fans. That and everything else that has happened at Cubs games.
Now, I didn't say when you're talking about the Cardinals, their fan base sucks, but their ballpark is doing right. Their ballpark is doing right.
Their ballpark is beautiful. I've seen it once. I've never. Like,
They had
not
that
at a
fucking.
game,
They had
but-
that drink and food package that they rolled out this year. It was like,
It's like an all-you-can-eat sort of deal.
yeah, like
What about all you can drink? Is that too?
yeah. I'm pretty sure it's
I
like,
think it's like pop though, like soda.
no, it was beer.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
What
they rolled
was-
out. They rolled a thing like I think you're limited to like 6 beers or 7 beers.
What was that?
Fucking plenty. That is fine.
So what was that deal or the promotion the Reds had this past year? It was like 3-2-1 or whatever.
Yeah, 3-2-1 Tuesdays.
Is that still a thing this year?
Yeah,
$3 beers.
draft beers.
Is it?
Not the tall boys, just draft beers only.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's draft beer.
$3 beers, $2 hot dogs, $1 ice cream. But the ice cream is only at like 2 spots in the entire ballpark,
Yeah.
and you're getting like a small cup full. Like
Now Ben's on. Ben goes to those. He likes to go to those 3-2-1
Because-
Tuesdays.
the 3-for-1 Tuesdays, if you like become like he's a member, it was like $50 for like 15 Tuesday games
Oh,
something
that's
like that.
dope.
Dang.
or 12 Tuesday
What a
games.
what a fucking deal.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What a deal.
And it's standing room only, so he doesn't have a seat. He just goes wherever he wants.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mean.
I wouldn't
anything.
mind that.
Wonder if you see Steve. God, Steve's great.
Uh,
I was telling people about Steve's last week, and
my wife went to a Bark in the Park last year.
yeah.
It was on a Tuesday, so we got the 3-2-1 Tuesdays or whatever.
Oh yeah.
We met Ben down there, and he sat with us or whatever. But like before the game, you line up in a row, and they take the dogs, and you get to go on the field and like all the way around. Like I walked right up next to Terry Tito Francona.
Yeah.
I mean, we walked right next to the dugouts.
That's
Did
awesome.
you dap any of them up or anything?
No.
I would have.
I was just trying to keep my dog from not running off the leash.
See, I
That's
would.
awesome.
They give you a gift bag and everything for the dog, and
What if a dog shits out there? Like, what do they do there?
they have bags or whatever.
Okay, I guess that's.
They had-
But like,
they had
imagine
that
though, like, is this before or after the game?
before
Okay, imagine though, like,
dog poops on the field.
yeah, dog poops on the field, fucking somebody they miss it, and then
Maybe the same thing as a bird shit on the field.
yeah, but like, not
Does a
really.
bear shit in the woods?
Probably. What does he shit in a tree?
Does a whale shit in the ocean? Not if it's at SeaWorld. It's from Blue Mountain State, if you don't know.
Tin Man have a sheet metal cock.
I forgot about that one.
But the ballpark did have like a They had 2 or 3 sections designated for the people that brought their dogs,
Yeah.
and they had a designated spot right behind it.
I would never be able to bring my dog there.
Let your dog go out and take a shit or whatever, and then you pick it up in a bag and throw it away.
My dog would never survive there.
My dog just had him. Like,
He would have an aneurysm.
My dog would have a heart attack.
But they have like a Simba cam where like everybody holds the small dogs.
That's so great.
My dog's like 55, 60 pounds. I wasn't holding him up good.
Dude, Kevin would have a fucking hissy fit there.
Yeah.
He would not. He's so fucking he'd be fucking spazzed out from the car. I don't know what dog in this world doesn't like car rides, but it's mine. He fucking hates them. Like from here to the fucking groomers, it's a 8-minute drive to Fort Recovery. Yes, I need to give my dog a fucking Xanax for get the damn car. He just like he spazzes out. I don't know what it is. I think part of it is we have trained him so good to stay in our yard, off leash, and like just he doesn't leave our yard. He won't go on walks because he's terrified to leave our yard. And the thing is, when we were training him to do that, it was mainly just Alyssa. And she would just yank the leash. Stay home. Stay home. Stay home. Just around our property line. But, like, I never really did it. The only time that I've ever, like, got mad at him was our neighbors over there across the street. They pulled out of their driveway, and Kevin's obsessed with him for some reason. They're an old couple. I don't know why he's obsessed with them, but they are. Every time they're outside doing yard work or in flower beds or whatever, Kevin is on the edge of our driveway, laying down, staring at him the whole time. So she leaves. She gets down to the stop sign at Main Street and realizes Kevin's right behind her. she turns around and has her window out. She's like, "Come on, Kevin, let's go." And so she pulls up here, and she's like, "Hey, Kevin was following me down the road, and I dumb dog," and I kick him in the side a little bit. Not hard, just a little bit, just enough to stump, you know. And since then, he doesn't really leave our yard. He goes to the neighbor boys back here when they're playing ball, but that's it. But that one I don't really care about because they come over a lot and throw the ball to him. But yeah, but for some reason, dog hates car rides, and I think that has a little bit to do with it. And his very first car ride, he was 8 weeks old, just got stripped from his mother tit, so probably wasn't too fond of that. His first memory, probably of a car. But you know, that's my dog. So 2-hour drive to Cincinnati for Kevin would.
Yeah.
My dog didn't mind it.
Yeah, you got a good dog. Your dog's cool and chill for the most part.
So I got one dumbass of the week, and it is another MLB umpire. And this guy's got to tell you, this guy is an absolute dipshit. His name is Ron Luke.
The mic
He was
picked
the home
up.
plate umpire between the Marlins and the Yankees this past weekend.
Okay, what do
He
you
had 23 missed balls.
do? Oh my god!
15 of them were against the Marlins in a close game.
Yikes!
Holy shit! I did not hear about that.
I didn't hear about it either.
Like, these
That's
home plate
crazy.
umpires need review. And like
Sal
Steve
Stewart.
Buckner,
Sal Stewart homers. McLean and Sal score
6-4.
6-4.
Come
There
back.
we go.
Come back. Is the Reds, baby.
Shocker Ellie's not on base. Guy's fucking stinks.
Guy's fucking terrible. God, I wish Ben was here. We'd be really stirring the pot with him. So great.
He'd be staring at a wall. Or he'd be arguing with the wall because
Yeah.
he's got no argument. The guy stinks.
He does. He's not good, dude.
But
Ellie's walking himself straight out of a contract with LA right now.
they need to review these umpires and how
Yeah.
well they're behind the plate. Like, I don't remember if I said, I'm pretty sure I said this last week. Like, we need regular home plate umpires.
Yeah.
Because there's a group of 4, and they stay together the whole year, and they move city to city after each series. And after each game, they rotate. So the home plate umpire will go to first,
Mm-hmm.
first to the middle,
But yeah, like this just short
yeah, and
area.
1 to third.
Yeah.
And then they rotate or whatever, and they all get their turn at it, and it's like,
Yeah, you need a designated for each one. So
Yeah.
that person, yeah, that person
Take-
will understand that position.
I'm definitely on
The
board for
best.
that. I think that's a great idea.
take your best home plate umpire out of that crew, pay them more money,
Yeah.
and if you want to become that, get some training in the off season.
Need
You know,
Angel
I,
Hernandez.
I actually am signed up to be an umpire
Just get CB
for like high school games. Yeah, get him out for like high school games and shit, like for
Mm-hmm.
baseball and softball. And I get text messages from ADs like probably once a month to have me come like ump like a fucking mid school game to get my feet wet and shit. And I'm just like I want to do it, but I don't have the fucking time to do it because Alyssa coaches softball right now.
Yep.
And I also thought about I also have my name in to referee like football games and shit. I thought I'm really kicking that one around for this year.
There you go.
Really kicking that one around for this year.
I just thought something really funny. What if I like took one of my friend's phone numbers and submitted it to like
Oh no, dude!
the Massachusetts like
That
referee?
would be so
team,
great.
and they're calling him to try and get him to come ref a game in Massachusetts.
So like the Ohio High School Athletic Association, like there's like a whole. I mean, you have to submit like basically there's so much you have to submit. You basically have to do everything except for sacrificing your firstborn to like get signed up for this shit. And like the only thing that's really holding me back from like umping or reffing is I haven't read any of the rule book. Like New Bremen's athletic director wanted me to become a referee this last year after I signed up. A JV. All right, a JV high school football game.
Mm-hmm.
And I texted out, I don't know, I'm out, man. Like, and he was like, dude, I'll pay you $200, and like, the only thing you need to do is you don't even have to bring anything. We have referee shirts for you and shit. And I was like, I've never done it before. Like, I'm kind of a little bit nervous to like actually get into it. He goes, dude, this is the best way to start. He's like, just come to a JV or a middle school game. You get paid. He's like, you'll literally just be a line judge.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I guess I probably could do that. And I almost did it, but I didn't. Alyssa talks me out of it sometimes.
That'd be something, but yeah, that'd be kind of cool to get into.
It would. I would love to.
I wouldn't want to do it, but
I think reffing would be so fun.
it would be, but yeah, I don't know.
The only thing is I don't know if I want to ref in the MAC.
It's like being a kicker, you know.
Yeah.
Like you can be really good in one game, then one game you have just one small, like the slightest mistake.
Yeah.
Then just
fan base.
one whole fan base is just.
That's why I don't really want to do it in the MAC. Like I'd rather do it in like the WBL or the SWAC, or like not really like local here. Like,
I think WBL could be worse just because that's what we consider as like the city schools.
Yeah, but like they don't like those guys don't know me. You know. Like,
yeah, I know what you mean by that.
St. Henry, Coldwater, New Bremen, Minster, like people from all those towns kind of know me.
Mm-hmm.
The only two towns in the WBL that would know me is a couple people from Walpock who have no relation in any football or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
and a couple in St. Mary's who have no relation to anybody in football or shit like that. Like a couple of them like know my family, I guess, from St. Mary's, so but I don't think they would say anything to me. I think they respect me enough to not say something. But like people in the MAC, like I mean, there's some fucking like Marion local people, for instance. Like I hear some Marion local guys I know that if I had a bad call in a fucking high school game, if I made it to a high school level, like they'd be like, "Dude, fuck you, man! I never want to talk to you again." Like, there's people out there like that, man.
Yep.
You know.
Sorry if I peed on your toilet. I couldn't find a light. Peed in the door.
It's on outside in the hallway.
I already had the door closed.
Stuff, man. It's all right. Stuff.
Incognito mode.
Did you have a phone?
Nope, I left it there.
Oh boy.
So if there's pee on her, if there's pee on your seat, it was one of your sons.
Well, I only have one son who's potty trained right now. So.
Well,
He's getting there. This summer, I think we're gonna work on it.
Well, he did it.
All right, want me to get into my hot takes?
Yes, I do. Before we get into the Masters talk, that's what we'll probably close with. Let's do hot takes. Slurp hot takes.
All right, I'm
These
gonna.
hot takes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are these actually hot takes?
You think that they're hot takes?
Why do you guys not like them?
No,
Every time.
last week.
I don't know if it's really a hot take, but
Man, it's something that is debatable between others, but like I was just saying that from my opinion, like I believe it. Like last week with Cam Elwer,
Yeah.
Like, I truly believe he should have won. Like, I don't consider that as a hot take, but like, I bring that up to other people who would have a very, very different opinion about that.
What kind of other people are we talking about?
Like you were talking about with refereeing, how you're scared like with other people in the MAC.
Yeah.
Like, say I talk to somebody from a different MAC school. Like, oh no, he's overrated. Like shit like that. Like,
You're talking about the blacks.
Okay. I think what we're trying to tell you is we want your hot takes, not what other people consider a hot take.
Yes.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Number one.
On this.
Bryson DeChambeau is going to win the Masters.
That's scorching.
That's pretty hot take.
I
That's a
know
pretty
it's
hot take.
he struggles a lot with his putting. That's, I feel like, has always been his weakness.
Yeah, it has been.
But
His
past
putting
2
was pretty
years, he's finished in the top 10.
Last year, he was second.
Like last year.
No, it wasn't.
Last year was
second
Justin
going
Rose.
to Sunday. My bad. He was second going into Sunday.
Yeah, he was in the final grouping with Rory.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just have a feeling because it's not going to be Rory this year. I don't think it's going to be Scotty. I don't think it's going to be John Rahm. Like,
I want a new name.
Hideki Matsuyama.
That's not a new name. He just won a couple years ago.
Did he really?
Yeah. I think it was the year after
Huh.
COVID.
2021, I think so.
Yeah.
I didn't think he won. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Damn.
This is Bryson's 10th Masters. Like 5 years ago, I think.
Dang, it's his 10th already?
Yeah. Yeah.
He-
We're getting
he
old,
called
bro.
out- He called out the Masters saying it played like a par 65 or something like that.
Yeah.
And his opening round,
Yeah.
he shot like a 77.
Yeah, dude. He had a bad opener.
Man, that's a really bad score on a par 65, buddy.
Yeah.
He's almost too strong for the golf course.
Yeah. He needs to like dial it back a little bit, which he can't.
Augusta, it's not bombing the ball.
Doesn't get you anywhere.
helps. It's more than just bombing the ball.
It's a finesse game at
Mhm.
Augusta.
Yeah, you got to have all your
Yes.
all the aspects of your golf game.
Yes.
Whether it be driving, iron play, chipping, putting, it's all got to be in one.
Bryson's putting has gotten better, I have to say, in the last.
I
year
seen
and a half.
that today before I headed over here. I also seen that this has been the worst that Scotty has had for wedge play. I
This
think.
has been a rough year for Scotty.
Yeah.
Scotty just had a kid though, fellas.
He did have a
Yep.
kid, and that's very distracting. You know.
I don't know. I just
Now, I do think it's a hot take, but I do not think it's out of the realm of possibilities because it is Augusta, it is the Masters, it is anything could happen. Like
Mhm.
this is like literally anything could happen.
honestly, I'm excited to see how Alberg is able to finish, or however you pronounce his
Oberg.
name. Yeah, like I can't, because last year, what was it? The first 2 rounds. I mean, it was up there. Like the final round on Sunday,
Yeah,
he was up there too. But it was like a few holes on the back 9 that he kind of just
he kind of
screwed up on. And
Just like the players, he choked down his leg.
yeah.
yep. Oh, I was
Yeah.
watching that at my aunt and uncle's. Yeah,
Dude,
that
oh,
one.
It's a good thing he wore pants. He had-
Yeah. Yeah.
Before we go into the Masters more, we'll get into that segment later.
I should have
Yeah,
ended
I
on
do
that
think
one.
It's a hot take that Bryson.
I think it is too, but I don't. Like I said, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
That's my fault. I should have ended on that one to
Lead into.
lead into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's all right.
then
just don't let it happen. Okay?
my next one is
We need better execution.
Better fucking execution. Did you see his thing with Diego Pavia before we get into the next hot take? See John Gruden's interview with Diego Pavia at the QB? Oh, dude. It is so funny. He's like, and Gruden was getting a stiffy from Diego Pavia's snap count. And he was like, we're doing Rock 11! Rock 11! Ray! And Gruden's like, fuck yeah, man! That's what I'm talking about! Fuck yeah! His eyes is getting all fucking buggy. And then he's talking about Diego going from Ole Miss to Vanderbilt. And he's like, Diego's like, yeah, little baby, put some on his Instagram story. I don't remember the exact quote right now. He goes, but I immediately, as I was walking off the bus when we were playing them, I put that on my Instagram story. And Green goes, yeah, you're a cocky son of a bitch, huh? He goes, am I? He's like, no, are you? Gruden's like, do you think you are? And he's like, I don't know. He goes, no, you are. You're a cocky motherfucker. And he's like, He's like, all right, coach. And then he's like, what were you listening to there? He goes, I was listening to some Lil Baby. And he's like, all right, Lil Baby. He's like, all right, you ever listen to Shoot to Kill? And he's like, or Shoot Thrill. Sorry, Shoot the Thrill. And he's like,
AC/DC.
yeah, he's like Thriller by Michael Jackson. He goes, no, Shoot the Thrill, man, AC/DC. And he's like singing it. He's like, oh, listen to that. And he's like, yeah, man. All right.
I just like whenever he harps on all the guys, whenever their snap count is just a
Clapping.
clap, just
Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart, what is it?
So what is it on 2?
Yeah.
I saw him today. He was interviewing Carson Beck, and he's like, "Well, what about if you want to try and throw him off?" He's like, "You fake it." And it's like, how the hell did that work? He's like, "This is why you SEC guys can't get into the championship game," because he was talking about his time at Georgia.
Doesn't Carson Beck have a national championship with Georgia? He was a freshman, right?
I don't think so.
When Stetson Bennett was there?
I don't think he did.
I don't know if they're intertwined.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, what's your next topic?
Next one, I want to switch it up, is Alan Jackson's the best country artist.
Like ever? I put him second. I'm not gonna say it's a hot. That's a lukewarm take.
Everybody always says it's like George
Strait.
Strait.
That's where I'm at.
And the reason why I think it's Alan Jackson, my personal opinion, I feel like I can relate to his songs a lot more. They mean a lot more.
Yeah, that is true.
And also,
well, you're also not married,
no,
so you can't relate to George Strait.
no, I'm not. But like, just looking at my playlist as a whole, I have a million more songs by Alan Jackson on my playlist than any of the other people that are considered in the top 5 or top 10 or whatever. But I don't know. I just always thought, like growing up, the first CD I ever got was Alan Jackson, The Greatest Hits. Like
Alan Jackson
I grew up to
does-
that stuff.
I mean, I love Alan.
That was when
Jackson.
we had the freaking Walkman. You remember those things?
Yes, dude.
The big ass thing in your freaking pocket.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
And you have the goofy looking headphones that you have in the computer lab in elementary.
dude. It's like the fucking like had like a little like teardrop
Yeah.
on one side, and then like a little like it looked like a spaghetti noodle going across your head. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones I had, and yeah, ever since
Same.
then, it's been Alan Jackson for me.
Alan Jackson. I mean, I love Alan Jackson.
Mhm.
I mean, I grew up on him too. My mom loved him,
Yep.
but I'd say George
Also-
Strait.
Drive, the best song ever. Best song ever.
Yeah, I'd say Drive is a good song.
I think a lot of people are gonna think Garth Brooks is up there as well.
I don't.
Garth
Don't
Brooks
get me
is-
wrong. Garth Brooks got bangers. He's also a murderer.
Is he?
His alter ego, you know, dude. Every city he has a show in. This happened in fucking 90s.
I
Right?
remember seeing this.
Every show he's ever had, at least one girl goes missing and is presumed dead.
Oh shit!
In every city that he plays a show in,
I think I remember seeing that. I think I remember seeing that a while
and a
back.
lot of times,
That's insane.
not
dude.
every time, but like probably 8 out of 10 times they have tickets to
Hey, you
his
have a
show.
theater right here.
I know
driving me
it's
nuts.
driving me insane too. I don't dang
Oh.
it.
There.
Fucking Kevin.
I seen that like the last 5 minutes, and
I don't remember what Garth Brooks' alter ego is. I can't remember what. Gosh, holy burps today. Okay. What am I? I got a lot of. Ho!
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that George Strait's number 1 and Alan Jackson's number 2.
I agree. What?
I think a lot of people will have that 1 too.
Mhm.
Garth?
and I also think like,
Not Gary.
Can't dispute that.
especially with asking people, it's
You
alright.
know who really should be up there? Easton Corbin.
Don't.
Toby Keith as well.
Toby
Got
Keith.
bangers.
Yep.
R.I.P. Legend. Alter ego. What is Garth Brooks' alter ego? Chris Gaines. That's right. You fucking seen this guy?
Oh,
He looks like a killer.
He does.
I'm just saying.
Hot take or cold take?
I'm not, room temperature.
I'm
I
fine
think
with
I
that.
think Alan Jackson could absolutely be
I think stuff like that, which obviously is a personal preference, but
Who's your guy? I mean, who? Okay, so we got 1 and 2 down. Me and him are same on 1 and 2. George, Allen. You're Allen, probably George, right?
mhm.
Who's number 3 for you?
Alan George Garth.
Okay, for you.
Putting Toby up there, number 3.
I think I'm putting Toby too. I think 4 is probably Garth for me.
I'm putting Montgomery Gentry up there.
See, I was also
Montgomery, that they have some absolute heaters.
I was also thinking like Brooks and Dunn could be up there.
Yeah.
Like Brooks and Dunn probably could be
Morgan
5.
Wallen.
I love me some. Now,
Morgan
No
Wallen
s-
needs some more time under his belt.
Ella Langley.
Oh,
no specific order for the next people I'm mentioning, but Merle Haggard,
Merle
He's
Haggard,
good as hell.
yes, Merle Haggard.
I got
David
a
Allen Coe is
Trent
really
Black,
good.
I got
Oh.
a banger name for you guys. Shania Twain.
Shania Twain.
Shania.
Yeah. I mean, he did a whole segment on her.
Yep.
Bops, dude.
The Dixie Chicks,
Yeah.
phenomenal. Who else? Who else? I mean, there's so many good country artists, man. Growing up, oh, man, gosh, Vince Gill, the Vince Gill in there. God, he was
Keith Whitley.
Keith Whitley.
I fucking love me some Keith Whitley.
God, yeah. When you really want to get into something, you
Yes.
put some Keith Whitley on.
There was one time we were I was heading down to Southern Ohio for a hunting trip, and I drove, and my dad was with me, and just my playlist was on I said remix. It was on shuffle.
Remix?
It was on shuffle. Then I have a song by Keith Whitley that popped up, and and he just looks over at me, and got a case of the toots tonight. But my dad just looks over at me and goes, "Dang, I didn't know you knew who Keith Whitley was." And I'm like, "You got me into like the oldies," and I'm like, "I love Keith Whitley," and he was like, "Dang, I raised you right in something." Hell yeah! Like,
Oh, all right. What's our third hot take here?
third one. This is the one I should have started with. I really wish I would have ended with the Masters. Anyway, the Reds are back. We are making the postseason. We are winning 90 games this year. We are making the playoffs. We are.
Jaron is the biggest hater of the
We
Reds.
are
He's a
winning
fan of them.
these close games that we were never able to win. And last year is a prime example. Every time that Ben has said this in our group chat, I agree with him a million times more every time he brings it up. We lose all these games last year. We finally have a year with Tito that he's got the players that he wants. He got rid of the players he does not want in the offseason. This is officially his team and not David Bell. We are back. We are heading to the postseason. Our ticket is punched.
I don't think it's a hot take because I love what I see out of the Reds. And you and Ben are absolutely right. And Chris, the Reds that I watched last year would not be doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. Now, we're probably going to the postseason. We're also probably going to be first round outs.
That's a thing. We have ever since I've been alive. We've been a first round exit. But hey, if we're in, I'm happy.
There's a chance.
Team is alive.
If
We
we're
have
in, there's a chance.
Yes. How many years have the Bengals been saying that? You know,
Oh.
that's been a thing with Andy Dalton. Like, oh yeah, I love to make the playoffs, but we're first round exits. Now the Steelers have been saying the same thing the past
Yeah.
few long as well. But then the Bengals, they finally got a roster to get them over the hump. And what did they do? They did not only win one game, they went out to make the Super Bowl. I'm not saying the Reds have the capability of doing that, but we have a very strong case of making something happen this year.
Agreed.
It's absolutely fucking false. Okay? This is not Tito's team. No manager wants to have TJ Friedel as their starting center fielder. Okay?
Okay, I will agree with you on that one. That is 100% true.
Nobody wants Eugenio Suarez as their DH every day.
Why not?
The guy hits.
You guys dog.
He's going to finish with a 175 average with 19 home runs and maybe 60 RBIs. And probably 120 strikeouts. Okay? Like, they picked him up because they got him for cheap. That's the Cincinnati Reds. Cheap players that are not getting paid.
Hey, he's doing better than you.
I swear, watching some of these, like you guys talk about winning these games, it's all luck. I mean,
A lot of baseball is luck, though.
Yeah,
You
I
could
mean,
say
it's
that about
baseball.
any sport.
the only
Baseball,
reason-
especially though.
The only thing that's changed about these Reds in the last week when I went on a rant about them is that they're playing situational baseball instead of just trying to hit bombs and striking out a ton. Like they choke, they don't choke them. That's one thing that I'll get into that in a little bit.
No, get into it now.
they're
We're
putting
doing
ball-
Masters after this. We're probably gonna wrap it
They're
up.
shortening their swings and they're putting the ball just on the ground in between gaps, just getting through the infield to get some runs. But the last player, nobody chokes up on the bat anymore. The last player that I've seen choke up on the bat was Joey Votto. Like it's just not a thing anymore. They all just go for power. And they all try and swing out of their ass.
You complaining about them finding a gap, that's the whole point of baseball. Like, it doesn't matter if you hit a double or not. Just get on base. Just find a gap.
That's
just
not
get
today's
on.
baseball though.
I don't want to.
Today's baseball is home runs.
In a way, you make a fair
That's not
point.
how our team is built. I will say that again. I will say that
We're
again.
going for small ball, and we got very lucky this past week.
We
Because
get
the
lucky.
pitching
We'd
staff-
get lucky tonight.
A pitching staff that has done what the Reds have done so far this year is not sustainable. You
Yeah.
have to be able to score runs. Because when they run into the Brewers, who doubled up their runs already this year,
Hmm.
and you run into these other offenses in the NL, they're not going to be able to keep up with offense and pitching.
Speaking of the Brewers, they have a fuck ton of lefties. It
Really?
seems like every guy that they have that's coming in out of the bullpen is a lefty. I went to Donnie's a few Saturdays ago to watch some basketball and baseball and shit, and we were watching the Brewers game. They brought in, I think, 4 relievers. All of them were lefties. And the starter, also a lefty.
Damn.
And I looked over at Donnie like, how many do you guys have? And Donnie's like, we probably have about 8.
Well, hey,
It's insane, but
it's Milwaukee. They're all a little bit left out there.
this Mets team will not sustain though. They will miss the playoffs. They will win 75 games, and I will be bitching at the end of the year throughout the whole
There's
season.
no faith.
That happens, I'll be bitching as well. But
I'll probably bitch a little bit here and there.
I am prepared to get my heart broke because, like Jaron has alluded to, every podcast happens every year.
Every year.
But hey, as the wins are coming
How's
and
it going?
as the games are going good, I'm gonna say happy. I'm not gonna be down.
I mean, we're winning right
Yep.
now. You know, that's fun.
You need to score some runs.
You know, I score runs every day.
I
And
will
the player.
say, the only goal I have for my team that I want to see is to score more runs than the opponent. I don't care if it's 1. I just want to win, and that's what we've been doing.
Wieners. Big
Right.
time wieners. I wish.
So I think you two are in agreement. Scorching hot.
It's pretty. I mean, I think it's hot. Yeah.
It's on absolute fire.
I want to say on fire, but it's hot.
All right, what we got about the Masters?
So Masters Week.
So first off, I want to start with a tradition unlike any other.
It is.
I want to know. So the person that wins gets to do the champions dinner.
Yeah.
Let's build our Mercer County champions.
Champions dinner. Okay.
What do we bring to the show? So here's the qualifications. You have
So
to
what
have
all
one
does
meat,
this entail?
You have to have 1 meat and 1 fish, and then
Okay.
the rest are like sides and a dessert. So every year, the person who wins gets to decide what's on the menu, and every single champion that wants to partake in it wants to go to Augusta. And whether you're golfing or not golfing, if you are a champion and you want to go to the dinner, you are invited.
Yep.
So,
You want to know why Tiger didn't go this year? There was
this is in rehab.
there's no Percocets on the menu.
Percocet. Molly Percocet.
All right, so let's start out with our meat.
Um,
I got a couple options here to throw out.
Okay, what's
We're
yours?
either going with Gilbert Station,
Okay.
some what do they call it, Stank Burger,
Spank
Burger.
burger.
Go
Oh
with
yeah.
Stank Burger,
Get spanked.
or we can go with Seatown Wings from the old
The old
food
T-Town?
truck that they got.
Yeah. I was also
Food
thinking
truck. I don't know. I've had that a few times.
you do a big pig from
Yeah.
Salon Wine Store. There's one.
We can get the smokestack from Southside.
Do that. Yeah.
I
some
think
McSober's
we'll-
wings. You do
Yeah,
McSober's wings.
It swings.
It's wings, yes.
Those are woo-hoo!
So good. Dude.
Oh, I'm
I'm
getting.
going for the smokes or the
Smoke
spank
that.
burger.
Oh, Spanx. I think I'm going.
I'll
with
ride with
Smoke.
that. Yeah,
Okay,
I-
Okay.
those
we gotta
slap.
get fish.
Are
Are we going with the
Like,
fish fried Legion or something?
what about? I'm gonna pull up my inner Dale Hike Camp here. He says that Fishmo's has the best fish deal on Fridays.
that is true. I've been there with my dad a few times.
He said they had the best fish around.
Their fish is very good. I also love
Or-
the fish from Country Club.
You could do mixed sober buffalo shrimp.
Dude, speaking of mixed sobers, their fish wings, so good.
Right?
I had those with Chris
I'm not a big fish guy.
a few Fridays ago. You cannot tell that that's fish. You eat it and think it's chicken. Like, we got it in soap sauce, because you're able to pick what kind of sauce you want. So good.
I got
dude.
their buffalo shrimp last week on Good Friday.
How was that?
So phenomenal. You
I
couldn't- you
never
couldn't even
got the
taste
shrimp. So it's just like the fish. And then
Yeah.
The
So
Country
good.
Club, the fish. You can just get a little bit of cigarette ash on it.
Dude,
Okay.
no, but the thing with me about Country Club though, their house made tartar sauce. That is the
Really?
best tartar sauce I've ever had.
It's got cigarette ash.
It is so fucking good. It is so good.
So one of our sides.
Well, what are we picking for fish? Are we
Ooh.
going with McSober's buffalo shrimp?
Sure.
All right.
Sure, yeah.
Who's got the best fries in town in the county?
Around. Oh man.
Out- Outside of like the McDonald's.
Yeah,
I'm
we're not doing
assuming.
fast food. We're doing like Mercer County, like
Ooh, the fries at Brick Street. Those are phenomenal.
those are pretty good. Bowman's fries, those aren't bad.
I haven't had bones in a while. I will say,
The old
love to eat
Bowman's
it.
is way better.
I love to eat at McSober's, but their fries are trash.
Oh yeah, their fries are dog shit.
They never cook enough.
But
No.
I love the fries at Brick Street. That's my number one.
Nightclub, their fries are pretty good. They're nice, thin and crispy fries.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
What's some-
Brick Street, I'm down for Brick Street though. They have good fries. There's one more. There's a side from Nightclub that I want to throw on there. I want to run past you guys. But
I think I might. Okay.
We got one more side out there.
Sidewinders from up at Nightclub.
Ooh, those are good.
Those
I
are
have not
phenomenal.
had. Okay, my mouth is watering. I haven't had those in a long time.
So fucking good.
Very good.
I was gonna do either those or mini tacos from anywhere.
I thought you were going to say
But
the mini tacos. Is what
Their
I
mini
thought you were
tacos
gonna
are
say.
fire too, but the sidewinders up there.
What about hot pepper cheese balls? You can't
I was
go
gonna
with that.
throw those in there. I was gonna say hot
Who's
pepper
got the
cheese
best
balls.
ones?
Oh, who's got the best? Shit. I don't.
All of them
Yeah, I
are
feel like
all-
they're
gonna
all
say-
the same.
That's like literally
Now-
impossible to fuck up, unless you
Windowline?
work at the Greasy
The
Pickle.
old Windowline Tavern. Their hot pepper cheese balls. There's something a little different about them. They were pretty good.
All right, we'll ride with them.
I'm fine with
All
that.
right, and a dessert. I'm gonna throw out St. Henry Dairy Queen.
Okay, I'm down for
I
that.
will agree with
I'll
that.
agree with that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Port Recoveries is trash, which I haven't eaten there since I was a kid. But it
We're under
doesn't
new
look-
ownership though.
Yeah, they do.
From
have
what
new
from what I
ownership.
understand, like it's still they're not bad
I drove by St. Henry tonight, packed.
Packed.
I don't
Yep.
understand it.
every time.
all the time. Like, there's times I was driving by a few weeks ago with my girlfriend, and she was like, and I told her, they're like, hey, as we're going through, we'll stop at the Dairy Queen, and I'm like, all right, fuck that. And she was like, but you said we're going to go. I'm like, it's back up all the way to the fucking stoplight.
Yeah.
We are. And my dumb ass was like, fine, I'll turn around and go. Like, just waiting in
My wife
line.
would be the same way. Like, you probably
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not waiting that long.
My wife and kid will all be the same way. Waylon would throw a fit because he wants ice cream. Alyssa would be like, well, you said ice
The
cream.
only complaint I have with Sandy Dairy Dream, it's they have gotten better now. They have gotten better now, but like, say you were to go there and get a sundae, or like a cooler, or s or something, they overpack that so much to
Oh my
where
God,
if you
yeah.
get like 4 of them and you have to drive home, it doesn't matter if you're a block away.
It's
You have
melting
to
and it's-
lick everybody's
Yeah.
ice cream so it does not spill in your vehicle. But I went there last week on my way to my girlfriend's house, and I got her a sundae. It was perfectly fine. That's the only one I've ever had that
Their campfire Sunday or whatever it is, campfire.
I've heard that's very good, but I've never had
you
it.
gotta get that. Wow, hot fudge, graham cracker, marshmallow,
Oh,
vanilla ice cream,
bro,
more
I've
graham
got to get
cracker,
that.
more hot fudge. Ho, ho, ho,
That sounds great.
buddy. And I think they even throw a little bit of Reese's in there. There's Reese cups in there.
That's a great.
Very yummy.
Love that choice on your part on the champions dinner. That's
That
awesome.
is a good one.
Pretty champions.
That's
dinner.
pretty good champions dinner. Rory's champions dinner looked pretty good this year though.
He had some steak, a fish.
Yeah.
Scotty was telling a story the other day. He had tortilla soup,
Yeah.
and he said like the older guys would kind of scatter and group up in a pair or whatever, because there's no assigned seating.
You just sit
group
wherever.
together.
Yeah.
And he said that the older guys were served the tortilla soup first, and the guys started eating it, and they start sweating. He's like, I didn't know they made it that spicy.
That's great. And you can get this flown into there from anywhere.
Yeah, like Hideki Matsuyama, when he won it, he was having like
Yeah.
traditional Japanese.
Yeah, he had like the sushi and shit flown in from Japan. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was Now I'm remembering Hideki's here. Yeah. And then Scotty, what Scotty have?
He just had a T-bone steak, I'm pretty sure.
Well, the first time he had T-bone steak, but the second time I think he had like sliders and like he had like a bunch of just like.
What did Rory have last year? Any of you know?
Well,
What
it's
happened
been
the other night.
yeah.
Oh shit! So we wouldn't have heard about it yet.
No,
Well, you probably did.
it posted.
I don't remember what it was.
It was.
You can probably look it up right now.
I thought that they asked you in the interview about that. Like after you win, that they asked you what your.
Yeah, but until it gets finalized or whatever.
Gotcha. That'd be real cool.
Just if just bringing in like a crock pot of
Yeah.
wings or something.
Yeah, I made a crock pot of wings from a nightclub in Sandry, Ohio. Roy McIlroy's master dinner. And jazz. Let's see here. He had, oh, that's right, peach and ricotta flatbread, balsamic dressing, honey and basil. He had rock shrimp tempura with a creamy spicy sauce, bacon wrapped dates. I hear those are phenomenal.
I'm not
Bacon
a
wrapped
big
anything.
dates guy.
I'm not a dates guy
What
either,
the hell
but
even is that?
it's like a it's like a
It's a vegetable. Isn't it?
it's a vegetable, but it's like kind of a little
It's like purple.
yeah. They're like sweet kind of, but not. I don't know how to really describe. I haven't had date in a long time.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of it.
He had grilled elk sliders,
Ooh, there we go.
yellowfin tuna carpaccio. And that was that had foie gras, toasted baguette, and chives. He had wagyu filet mignon or seared salmon,
Damn.
traditional Irish champ, sautéed Brussels sprouts, glazed carrots with brown butter, crispy Vidalia onions. Onion rings. Sorry, crispy Vidalia onion rings.
I'm heading to Vidalia in a couple weeks.
And then for his dessert, he had sticky toffee pudding, vanilla ice cream, and warm toffee sauce. And they ate that last night on the 7th.
All right, my next question for you guys.
Yeah.
What is a better feeling? Downloading the March Madness app or downloading the Masters app?
Masters app.
I've honestly never had the
Never
master.
that. Oh my.
So that's just like you're able to watch it
Dude,
anywhere.
Download it and
Yeah.
just go on your phone. This
Is it free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is
You
that
get-
stuff free? Like
You
the
get
March
on
Madness?
the range coverage. You get
Parts of the
radio
contest.
coverage, you get featured groups. You get
Download
8-minute
it.
corner. I think
Yeah.
You get 4, 5, and 6
Mm-hmm.
holes,
And then you get
and then I think you get
17 and 18.
15 and 16. I think.
58, okay.
I think it's 15 and 16, but and then you get the actual
Like the live broadcast, yeah, that they put on
It's
CBS.
just a phenomenal app. The
So
leaderboard
great.
is crisp.
Yes.
The cleanest app out there.
And no matter what you click on, the first thing you're greeted with is that iconic sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get the music the whole time.
Yeah.
But I think the Masters app ranks above it because you get unlimited access.
Yes.
The March Madness app, you
I
get
never-
an hour preview.
I never delete the Masters.
Oh,
app.
you only get our previews on March Madness?
Yeah.
I never have deleted it since 2022 or 23. Whenever I downloaded it, have not deleted it.
See, I think you're doing that wrong because I think you need the joy of. I did it before I came here tonight. the joy of re-downloading it and just getting excited for it.
Man, I just get excited when I scroll through my apps. Oh, there it is. And then like when it switches the next like when I switch from 25 to 26, I saw it like updating in like the folder I have it in, which is like my sports folder. And I was like, what's updating in there? I scrolled over and it just got done and I saw it good at 26 and I was like, ooh, yeah, that made my butthole feel good. Nice.
The Masters app is just phenomenal.
It is. It is.
Just got it
So
downloaded.
great. Literally like for the people at home that don't know, I bought a new desk and it's back there behind the camera and it has all my work shit on it. And I will have my phone on a magnet stand pretty much over there with the Masters app up pretty much at all times from now, like from Thursday and Friday. Well, Friday I'm off work actually, taking off on Friday. Ooh, yeah. But I'll have that up just so I can watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Oh, so good. And on this TV, I'll have like a sports show or something on in the background if I even turn it on. I'm gonna even turn it on the rest of the week.
Do you guys have a favorite hole that you just enjoy watching?
Amen Corner.
I love watching 12.
A hole out of Amen Corner though. Do you have 11, 12, or 13?
I don't know. I can't remember.
How about we do this? Let's pick one that's not Amen Corner.
I love hole 3.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
This is a short par 4.
I like it though. It's exciting. It's an exciting hole.
Better than
What's the
See, the best thing is
17. 17.
Really?
Is it 17 that goes over the water and it's got the smaller green that they walk up next to the stands? There's that 16.
That's 15.
Is that
That's a
15?
par 5.
That's okay. 15 then. Yeah, that's 15. That's one of my
15's a great one.
That's one of my favorites to watch too.
Just because if you go like over the green and then you chip back onto it, I like watching the people like that are behind the green and they
Yeah.
chip back onto it.
And it
Rolls into the
keeps
water.
rolling. And everybody's oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Everybody's like
Yeah. 6 isn't bad.
I want
I like
hit a gem,
6.
like not one of the famous holes.
I like 3 because I don't feel like that's a famous hole.
See, 4 is like 220-yard par 3.
Yeah, that's a
5 is insane too. That's a 500-yard par 4.
6 isn't a bad hole.
6 is a shorter par 3.
That's usually where all the hole in ones happen. It's usually
That's
6.
16.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was always 6.
16 is the one with the pond where it feeds in.
Oh yeah.
On
Yeah.
Sunday at the Masters.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I think a hidden gem. I think 10 is beautiful.
10 is
There's
nice.
a bunker right, like you don't have to hit driver because it's so downhill
Yeah.
and it's sloped left or right or whatever.
I watch the matches every year, but I do not know the holes like you guys do. So that's why I'm
I think
silent.
it's 10
10's that's a good pull.
because when they have a playoff, they play 18 and then they might play 18 again and then they go to 10.
Yeah.
That is, yep. I remember that from last year.
Oh man, I hope they have a playoff this year.
Is
The
that,
amount of playoffs that we've had this season, oh, that'd be amazing. If they had another playoff. That would be electric.
I always love those greens on. Now I don't remember which holes, but you'll have like the cup here, then you'll have a guy that just smokes a putt all the way past the hole on purpose. Then it just creeps all the way
Mhm.
back around. Like that is a work of art to watch.
Yeah.
Ooh, another hidden one is hole 8 when you're hitting it's a par 5. I think it's about 550. When you hit your second shot, if you get up right over the little mounds,
Oh yeah, and then it just kind
it
of
rolls down and then the green slopes a certain way.
Yes.
And they all just feed right.
yeah, yes, yeah, yeah. That's the
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. You can't like whenever they show the guys hitting their second shot, you can't see anything. You can't see the
No.
target or anything, and the guys can't see their target or anything, and then they hit it and it just rolls right across, right on down.
That's a good one too.
That's the best part about the Masters is
Yep.
watching
Oh,
these
I
guys.
love Masters.
But they're sometimes they can have their back turned towards the hole,
Yeah,
and it's like,
Yep.
oh, this guy's got the right line. Right?
Yeah.
It's like what?
yeah, yeah. Like the what year was that with Tiger? It was like 2000. Was that 2009?
Chip?
Yeah,
I think it was 06.
That
that a
chip
6?
was incredible.
with the Nike ball,
Yeah.
and it just. I mean, they're like, he's really eyeing this one down, and they're like, if there's anybody could do it, it would be Tiger. And he's like, how is this? Isn't that the better than most one? The Better Than
No,
Most clip.
that's at the Players.
That's at the Players. That one was yeah. Yeah, this one was like, how about in? Yeah. Yeah, that was a phenomenal chip. I mean, he played like the hole was over here.
Right.
And he played it like he hit right in front of him and it spun a little bit and then it just
starts going down.
oh, fucking so good. No promises Waylon doesn't run downstairs the second we get home. It's all right.
Do we have any other matches?
Slurp already said who he thinks is gonna win. Bryson. Do you have anybody else you think could go up there?
Say Bryson was number 2 in the odds, and Scotty was number 1. I think Rom was number 3. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but Dark Horse Tommy Fleetwood.
I don't think he's.
You don't think? This is last year. He was top 20, I think.
Who won the par 3 contest today?
That I don't know.
I don't know. I watched it, but I don't know.
I don't remember who. Whoever. Basically, like every
I
year.
hope it was wrong.
Every year, pretty much whoever wins the par 3 contest doesn't even come anywhere
I
close.
think I remember hearing that last year.
A lot of times they don't even make the cut.
Aaron Rye. So congratulations, buddy. You have lost the
Yeah,
Masters.
you're done.
What about
Oh boy.
couples?
Ready?
Watch out for Freddie.
Yeah, watch out, Freddie.
He's gonna climb that leaderboard over the weekend.
I was thinking. I mean, I have Rumbo, I have Hideki, Justin Thomas. Ever since
ESPN.
he's been coming back from injury, but he's been playing not bad golf. The first time he was back was the Players, and I think he actually withdrew when he was on like hole 3 because he was still like didn't feel great. But like the week after the Players, he went and he's been playing not bad golf
Mm-hmm.
pretty much every week since then. Well, I'd watch out for JT. His iron play has been his iron and chipping has been very good. So I'd watch out for him.
My pick right now is Jake Knapp.
Oh boy.
Guy's got a beautiful. I watched his swing on videos for like 5 minutes straight.
Really?
Beautiful.
If
If we're talking
Maverick McNeely, I could see him being up there this week.
I'm a big fan of Chris Goddard too, but let me get this out.
You are a big got up guy.
If you guys want to just be like, get home from the bar, you're just looking for something to watch, pretty drunk, throw in some pizza rolls, get the snack out.
Love pizza
just turn
rolls.
on Jake Knapp highlights. Just watch his swing. It's up there with Tavon Austin highlights.
No, hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Devon Austin highlights. Those are.
Jake Knapp swing, beautiful.
Let's see. Who else could we talk about here?
I'm gonna give Benny a call. I have some questions that I want answered from him. Here's the kids.
Yeah, they're home. Sorry, we're probably gonna be wrapping this bad boy up soon.
We'll get Ben's answering some of this stuff.
What's up, big dog?
I have one last story that I want to bring up before we get out of here.
Damn! What a fucking piece of shit!
Send me a voicemail.
What a dirtbag!
My last story I want to tell you guys about the Oilers game the other night.
Okay.
A woman went into labor.
Oh, you know what? I heard about this.
The Oilers?
I heard about this. Yeah.
I don't know if she actually gave birth, but I know she went into labor. She was up there at nosebleed section.
Well, good for her.
Oh, that is a
I don't know
war.
if she had
Jeez.
the kid or not.
Hell yeah.
But I don't know if you plan on bringing your wife to a Preds game when she's 9 months pregnant.
We could. Well, no, probably not, because I mean their season doesn't start till like November, or October, November. So we'll have
Be
to.
a late one.
Not our kids, brother. Not our kids. Speaking of this baby, the baby's already measuring like a week and a half big. So, hell yeah.
Another offensive lineman.
We're gonna have another big fucking kid, bro. Like, Hayes is starting to slim out now. Like he's still kind of fat, but like he's starting to get taller and kind of slim down.
Mhm.
Waylon was like this too. My kids are big boys, you know. Got big kids, but yeah,
About it.
that's about it. I think I'm good. I don't know.
Yeah, the
Be a
Reds are
fun
7-4.
weekend.
I'm gonna go
Ace
home
hit a
and
solo
kill
shot.
MVP.
Jack's gonna go home and put a 9 mil in his
None but
mouth.
the Masters now, baby.
Masters, man, I can't wait. That we do a parlay with our friends. I want to read this off. Also, if you are a bet man, bet Justin Rose to be leading tomorrow after 1.
That's what I was gonna say too. If you guys were doing that,
Justin, I did it, dude.
you win like 120, right?
More than that. If you put
$10 to win like
if you put $10 on it, you're winning $250.
$250.
First round leader, Justin Rose.
He's done it, what, like the past 5 years?
Yeah, dude, the guy, like, nah, this year he's not gonna do it, but well, I put $14 on it.
To win.
386. Be awesome. I'd be pretty jacked. We have Sam Burns, Nikolai Højgaard, Danny Berger. I'm big on Danny Berger too. Carlos Ortiz, Akshay Bhatia. That's another guy who could win. Harris English and Nick Taylor all make the cut. Shout out the Redraft League putting that one together. You can get that at plus 1,066. That's at least where I got it at. Let's see where it's at right now. Reuse selection. You can get that at plus 1,023 right now. So, if you guys want to bet this before this round gets kicked off tomorrow morning, which I don't know when the first.
They'd have to listen to 2 hours of podcast in like 15 minutes.
I don't know when the first grouping goes out, but I would imagine the bigger
Go
guys.
out at 7:40.
Yeah, guys. Well, maybe I'll schedule it to
How
go.
tall Lee off the first tee?
DeChambeau tees off at 10:07. Rory tees off at 10:31. Max Homa. There's another guy who could reel it in this year.
Let's be realistic now.
Oh man, he hasn't been doing terrible. Colin Morikawa.
He's hurt. He withdrew last week, I think.
He's in the field. Victor Hovland. I don't really like that one. Sung J M.
I'm not rooting for any Asian player.
Okay, well that's fucked up, bro. I will root for Tom Kim, but I don't think he's in it this year. I don't think he made it. Brooksy. No, that ain't happening.
No chance.
Not a chance. Spieth? Did Spieth do it again?
Story.
That would be a hell of a story. Adam Scott.
He's always up there.
He is always up there. Put down in the comments who you think is going to win the Masters. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to get this video uploaded.
I'm going to go yell at my tee.
I'm going to get some college done tonight, too. Sucks, dude. I don't fucking want to.
All right. Y'all have a good day.
Have a good one.
Coaches on 3. 1, 2, 3. Coaches!